Page 239, this is the one at the top of the page. There's two of them. Neither one has a title. This is the first one on the page. Here, they're giving us the chords, and it's a suggested rhythm and a time signature, and we get to make up everything else, including the melody. Isn't that lovely? Well, okay, let's do the chords first, because that's what they're giving us. It's in 1 sharp, 3/4 time signature. It looks like it's starting out in E minor and ending up in G major. Remember, this lesson, this whole unit is on modulating from minor to major, major to minor, with the same key signature, and that's what this piece seems to be doing. But they've taken care of that by giving us the chords. We don't have to worry about that. So first, let's make sure we know what the chords are. We have an E minor chord, and since the melody needs to play primarily notes in the chord, it can play other notes also, but primarily notes in the chord, I'm going to play this in both hands. Chord, here, and get that for a couple measures, and then we have a B7 chord, which is, and a B7 chord, remember it's a major triad here. And then with the D sharp on the bottom. So the left hand's going to play the D sharp here. I can do that, and the right hand can play whatever. It just plays the chord. It could play any inversion. It doesn't matter. It can play here, whatever, or here. I don't know. I'll just do the same. And we get that for 2 measures. And then back to the E minor. And it makes sense if you think about this. In measures 3 and 4, this B7 with a D sharp on. This is like the 5/7 to here. It's like the 5/7 to the E minor. It's like 5/7/1 if you're in the key of E minor, 5/7. This is the dominant 7th of the chord. It resolves to it, is what I'm after. So yes, it makes sense that this would resolve to this. And then an A minor with a C on the bottom. But in the right hand, do anything I want. Is this left hand's got to have a C. And then a G chord with a D on the bottom. And then a D7 chord. And I'm not playing them all in the right hand. It's this, but I've got it. And then the G chord. So that's the chord sequence. We sort of understand the chords. Now I want a melody that sort of uses those chords. If I play a block chord here, what's melody? A C on the bottom, G with a D on the bottom. So I got a melody that sort of sounds okay. I didn't really go anywhere. It's not much of a melody, but there it is. Oh, it's first try. What do you expect? Then you try different patterns. And here they're saying block chord is fine, but you could. It's 3/4 time. I can do an chuck chuck. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Just do a broken chord. See, you only get one beat, you can't do that, but I've tried with different patterns and see, and you can try different melodies. You'll have to do that. I can come up here, I can play on up here. But the point is, this started out in E minor, and we ended up in G major. How did we get there? Well, some chord in here is common to both keys. If you'll notice, the E minor chord, the 1 chord in E minor, is the 6th chord in G major. So the 1 chord, that is the chord that's common. So in measure 5, this chord, we're going into the key of C now. Now we're in the key of C. Yeah, just a little bit on the modulating.